Hi, this is Brandon from thirstgym.com. Today we're talking about an exercise called the Sandbag Single Leg RDL, another hinge-based exercise that we use here at Thirst. Single leg option, obviously, and we're going to use the sandbag to perform this option. The nice thing I like about the sandbag is it's super portable, it's convenient, you can kind of easily load what you want, especially if you're doing some different circuits or you're putting your conditioning kind of mixed in with your accessory work. It kind of mixes things up. I think the sandbag has a lot of underused options that coaches and trainers don't think about. And I really like the single leg RDL. I think it's super convenient for this exercise because of the handles. So what you can do is find some kind of sandbag system. I don't even know what I have this loaded to. I just left it with what it was in, but there's obviously handles here on the top. These are our handles that we're going to use to execute the exercise. Okay, all of our regular single leg RDL coaching cues exist. So if you've not seen any of our single leg exercises, I would highly recommend you do that. There are plenty on our YouTube and on our website. But this obviously puts us in a neutral grip position, just like we had 2 dumbbells. But we've got 1 load, so that kind of mixes things up. And then the sandbags also sometimes can kind of shift around a little bit based upon your balance. So you get some free abdominal and stability work out of that as well. So we use these a lot with like our kids because I think they find it a little bit more exciting, enjoyable, and then it's easier to kind of play around with different things in terms of circuits as well. So what I'm going to have is I'm going to have 1 leg on the ground. I'm going to have my my right leg go back. But all of our coaching cues remain the same. Arms stay long, chest tall, unlock my knees. I'm going to move my right leg back, and as my right leg goes back, I'm going to hinge back, push my hips back, chest stays tall, keep the weight centered over my foot, and then back. Here. So really get that leg long, just come back and then switch legs. So as you can tell, that kind of threw me off a little bit. The weight of the sandbag was not exactly even with I switched sides, but now that it is. So obviously a limitation there for me is the fact that I have short arms and that I'm beginning to bottom out. So the other option is I could grab it here and I could load it up with one side if I really wanted to and do it that way. There's a couple different loading options, but usually we're using the 2 handle option. And then, obviously it's a little bit more full. It'll be heavier, and the mechanics will change a little bit. So the only thing that I would say from a limitation standpoint you got to think about is how long is your athlete's arms and legs. If they're relatively short, probably not the greatest exercise option for me. Probably not the greatest, but if we wanted to be able to implement a dead stop into it, it's fantastic. We can stop and then pull, which to me is actually a single leg deadlift, but you can see the options that arise there. The other thing I could do is I could elevate my foot on an object, so a block or a DC block or mats, a different change in elevation in my facility, and I could actually get that range of motion that I needed if I really wanted to do that. So just like any other hinging exercise for us, this is usually 3 to 4 sets of 6 to 10 reps per leg, and you're really going to feel it in the glutes and the hamstrings, but you got to keep all your regular coaching cues in mind. Chest tall, lats are engaged, keep that weight in close. Legs going to shift back really hard, soft knee, heavy on the heel, all that stuff stays the same. So if you got any questions about this exercise, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thanks, have a great day.